Welcome back. Another discussion about the U.S., United States of America. The Congress yesterday voted for the Epstein Files. The bill was now passed to a bill about the Epstein Files.
Without objection, so ordered.
The Senate has now passed the Epstein Bill as soon as it comes over from the House.
And the ayes was 447 up to nays, which was only one. So these Epstein files were supposed to be released by the Trump's administration about the person known as Epstein. So both the House and the Senate acted decisively Tuesday to pass a bill to force the Justice Department to publicly release these files on the convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. So this means that the United States has showcased to us that the most powerful people also can be prosecuted. Their files can be seen by the public. They can be released to the public. So this means that even the presidents of even the U.S., even other parts of the world can be also prosecuted, and their files can be publicly showcased. So this was a remarkable display of approval for an effort that had struggled for months to overcome opposition from President Donald Trump and Republican leadership. So this means that both Trump and Johnson failed to prevent the vote. The president recent days bowed to political reality, saying he would sign the bill. Remember, he signed the bill recently, and just hours after the House vote, senators agreed to approve it unanimously, skipping a formal roll call. We had a person known as Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado, who was saying that with overwhelming support, Congress has done its job to advance legislation that requires the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Trump must sign the bill once it gets to his desk. The American people deserve the truth, and the victims deserve long overdue justice. You also have Senator John Hickenlooper of Colorado. Trump could have released the Epstein files and held Epstein's associates accountable months ago. Instead, he tried to suppress them until he realized Americans weren't backing down. Trump needs to sign the bill and release the files already. So the people, most of the opinions which were going round the US was that President Trump was supposed to sign the bill so that to prosecute Epstein. Remember, Epstein died. He died, and also these files were not yet revealed to the public. So the decisive bipartisan work in Congress Tuesday further showed the pressure mounting on lawmakers and the Trump administration to meet long-held demands that the Justice Department release. Its case files on Epstein, a well-connected financier who killed himself in a Manhattan jail while awaiting trial in 2019 on charges he sexually abused and trafficked underage girls. So, despite him dying in 2019 while awaiting trial, his files were also supposed to be released to the public. And also, for survivors of Epstein's abuse, passage of the bill was a watershed moment in a years-long quest for accountability. And we have this quote whereby it says that these women have fought the most horrific fight that no woman should have to fight, and they did it by banding together and never giving up, said Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene as she stood with some of the abuse survivors outside the Capitol Tuesday morning. So this tells us that even if a person is so powerful in a state or a country, he must be prosecuted. And also, even if he has a lot of money, a lot of influence in the society, is that the justice system, the Department of Justice system must serve its role, must do the duty it was placed there. So the bill forces the release within 30 days of all files and communications related to Epstein, as well as any information about the investigation into his death in federal prison. It would allow the Justice Department to redact information about Epstein's victims or continuing federal investigations, but not information due to embarrassment, reputation, harm, or political sensitivity. So this is just telling us that the rule of law, the justice system must serve its role, and that no person is above the law, and no person, even if he has influence, even if it is the president, he must face the full force of the law. So this document shows Epstein's connections to global leaders, Wall Street power brokers, influential political figures, and Trump himself. Even in the United Kingdom, King Charles III stripped his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, of his remaining titles and evicted him from his royal residence after pressure to act over his relationship with Epstein. So this bill is going to cut across all offenders in the community or in the society, and also it quickly became obvious the bill would pass, and both Johnson and Trump began to fold. Trump on Sunday said Republicans should vote for the bill. So that is why we have the outcome of 447 who are the ayes and only one nay. This means that the bill passed effortlessly. Also, we have other that it's about giving the American people the transparency they have been crying for, said Schumer. That is the New York. This is about holding accountable all the people in Jeffrey Epstein's cycle who raped or who groomed, targeted, and enabled the abuse of hundreds of girls for years and years. Thank you very much. That is all about the bill. Yeah.